Today, our adventures are going to take us beyond the hill and to some pretty unexpected events from there. Up next. What is up, everyone? This is Everything Board Games, and I'm your host for today, Paul the Techno Funk Boy. Really appreciate you tuning in. We're going to be looking at a game book, or what is described on the box of this as an Advent Calendar Gamebook. We're going to get back to that. Called The Kingdom Beyond the Hill. This is by Christopher Bünte, and it comes in a pretty handsome collection here that we'll go into a little bit more. Let me grab the book itself. This is a game book. It's akin to kind of the choose your own adventures of my childhood. I've really enjoyed kind of digging through the more modern and quite a bit better versions of this genre lately, and this one certainly has been no different. This one did give a little bit of a different approach here. I'm going to kind of hit the situation briefly, go through the box a little bit, and also what kind of sets this one apart. You start off. You either play a pre-made character who actually lives in the village. Here we go. Here's Rutha right here, and has ties to the people inside. Or you can create your own character for use in this game. There's going to be I don't think necessarily gameplay advantages to each one, but I do like the element here of getting to make this choice. And if you are playing our pre-made character here, there's going to be some times in the book where it says, look, if you're playing Ruth, go to this page, this section instead of the other one. Otherwise, we're going to move along in much the familiar way to making choices, going to different sections of this book. But the situation here is that one of the children of the town is seemingly changed, and what we quickly figure out, and this is in the very first section, is that he hasn't been changed. He's been actually taken and replaced. And so your duty is to figure out who did this and proceed to follow beyond the hill, and to encounter a world, a world of whimsy and in mystery and magic there. For those of you who have read it, and I do mean this as a great compliment because this is a great novel. If you've read Raymond Feist's fairy tale, we're pulling at the same myths here and the same ideas here. By the way, great book. And so I found myself, as a great fan of that book, I found myself in familiar territory here, and really enjoying that element. There's three main acts here. You start off in the village, then you go into the forest, and then you go to this magical world. And these three acts are about the similar length, and has there's a lot of meat in each section, which I very much liked. Now, I said I was going to get back to this Advent calendar thing on here. And there's going to be places in the text where it's going to give you a symbol that's going to tell you, hey, if you want to set it down here, this is going to be kind of the Advent calendar way of thing, and it is sectioned out into into enough sections to get you through through the Advent calendar. You don't have to play it that way for certain, and I did not. But it does split it up into very, very nice, like, easily chewable sections that that get you through a situation, but also bring up more questions that you have about where we're going to go next, what we want to do next. I really liked I really liked that and it gave these very, very, very convenient, nice chapter ends where you can take these in very very reasonable bites, and it's going to get you through it in a way that that's going to kind of make it easy to pick up where you left off and keep going with it. Now, I mentioned the book itself. The book, I really like the layout of the book. It moves very, very very, very smoothly. The rules are easy to pick up and get going with things. You're able to make your own character within, or as I mentioned, continue playing with Rutha. There is a really, really well done maps of the town in winter and also in springtime. Cards so that you can keep track of where you've left off, what you've accomplished. These are going to be kind of your quest list as you go, and you'll mark these off as you complete them, as well as marking a spot where you're going to continue later. It comes with two D6s, which is all you're going to need for this game, as well as a pencil and a card holder. Blank character sheets, of course. Lots of the book itself, as well as this extra material, is it's not only like really well put together, but also really, really helpful, and really helped with the immersion of the game to really kind of get into things. Some things that I really liked here is that the three acts, the three acts here are really well paced, and this is not a case where you're like, oh, okay, well, this kid is taken, we're in the Magic Kingdom now, and we're going to spend hours upon hours upon hours here. There's a lot of mystery to be learned within the town itself, and a lot of background and information that you're going to gather, as well as materials, honestly, that you're going to gather, and it's going to help you along the way. And it's the same with the forest. You very much get thrown into this world that has a lot of mystery to it, that has a lot of magic to it, that's waiting just out there, and the people around are talking about it and learning about it. There's quite a few situations that I think are very clever and very cool. There's even some besides kind of the straightforward, okay, if you do this, turn to 104, or if you do this, turn to 67, whatever the case may be. There's actually some built-in kind of puzzles for that you can figure out that are going to take you in a different direction, as well as a system of kind of keeping track of what you've already learned, and in that way be able to move forward with with what comes next. The last act is it's like we all know what we're here for. It's not going to play out the way you expect, or at least it didn't play out in the way I expected it to. And I was I was quite happy to kind of see what's coming next, and kind of the interesting twists and turns that this game was going to take me. The inhabitants here are not motivated by the same things that the humans in the town are, and so there's going to be different ways of getting at what you want. The other thing that I appreciated about it is it's a lot harder to die in this. Ubuntu wants you to experience the story, and so there's a number of different ways to do that and to get from point A to point B. But this game is designed more for you to get through it, or at very least the majority of it. I rather like that. I certainly don't mind dying 500 times in some other ones that I've read, and it's always a challenge to try to either get the die rolls, or or figure out the clues to get you through and surviving another day. But at the same time, this one is meant more for you to experience the story, and to experience the characters within, and not necessarily just trying to dodge death. In the end, that's one of the things that really appealed to me. That I really like this world. I've noted that on his website there are more adventures like this that I'm looking forward to checking out my further adventures in this land, and so that's the thing that's really that I'm really enjoying about this is experience this place. So in the end, this is the Kingdom Beyond the Hill. So I'm going to put the links to this book down in the description. Please do check that out. I'm also going to put the link to everythingboardgames.com. Of course, more reviews there, more Kickstarter spotlights coming out all the time. If you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do so. Please hit that bell icon so you'll be notified of future videos. I really do appreciate that. And until next time, I hope you have a great day. Take care.